Good morning, day 11. Sorry, I haven't used my voice yet. When I look a fright, the whole trail I'm gonna look a fright because there's no trail glam. However, it stopped raining. It's beautiful. I'm headed to Duncannon, which is not far away, like 3 miles at most. And I called last night, made a reservation at the hostel there. I don't really need a hostel. Just was in Carlisle. I washed everything and all that, but I really liked Duncannon one. It was the rescue team that came up and got me when I hurt my knee the first time I tried to hike and couldn't get off the mountain. And it's just a really cute trail town. Trail goes right through it. Has a lot of good amenities for hikers. So anyway, I think I'm gonna hike my husband's coming up to bring me some supplies and my new shoes. Thank God. I've been walking. I mean, might as well be Grandma Gateway out here with kids. These shoes are so bad. But he's bringing me new shoes, and I have resupply in the car, so I don't really need a lot of food. But I'd like to hike like the next 5 days in a row without going into town. So I'm going to get everything set up for that. Do laundry again. I can't do laundry enough out here. My shoes, my socks, the town of Duncannon knows my socks are coming. So, and it rained on us yesterday. Everything got wet and muddy again. That's just the way it is out here. We're wildebeest. So, actually there's a cafe. I love my creature comforts. There's a cafe that opens at 7, but I won't be there for that. I got out at 6:35. I'm like a cow to a barn when I know I'm going into town. I'm up early. I'm ready. It's only a shame that it's such a beautiful day to hike that I'm not going to hike that much today. But I'm trying to do just Neros and not zeros. And I have been pushing pretty big miles. We're about to hit the rocks. The rocks of Rocksylvania start after Duncannon. So maybe a day of semi-rest will be good for me. So that's where we stand. I will get back. There's a nice view up here, remember? I'll show you that since it's a good view day. And then I will show you the town of Duncannon. Thanks for watching. See you later. Okay, here's the view I was talking about. You see the clouds over the river. And there's Duncannon down by the river there. That's where I'm headed. And just some beautiful farmland and gorgeous day. And now I'm kind of regretting that I had made arrangements to stay in Duncannon since it's such a beautiful day to hike. The humidity is finally down. It's clear, no rain. I didn't look at the forecast because I was going into town, but it's just gorgeous. But I kind of have to make sure I'm getting enough time off trail just so I don't get injured because I am old. And now I have a lot of steep stairs to go down to get into Duncannon. These are the stairs that I knew I couldn't get down the time I injured my knee. I couldn't even get out of the shelter. So they're really steep. And about 1 million of them. A little exaggeration. What else? I don't know. I'll show you Duncannon. One of my favorite little trail towns when I get down there. See you soon. It doesn't really show on camera, but it's a very rocky, long down. One February, I decided to drive up from Baltimore and do this as a day hike. The whole day was pretty disappointing because even though there was no snow in Baltimore, and it's only about an hour and a half away from Baltimore, it didn't occur to me there's snow in the mountains. See, I'm learning every day. But when I got here, it occurred to me on the way up this mountain, this is going to be a bear to get down because it was very icy. Some people had walked like me doing day hikes and melted some of the snow, and then it had frozen overnight, and then some of it was slushy and some of it was ice. It took me forever, and I had no micro spikes because it didn't occur to me there'd be ice on the trail. So it took me forever. I slid down this mostly on my bottom, but I'll never forget that day. A lot of memories in Duncannon. Oh, and then everything was closed because it was off season, so there wasn't even any restaurants to go to. I just had to go to Mickey D's or something. All right, talk to you later. All right, I made it down. That's a horrible down. Not the worst on the trail, but for just starting, it's a bad one. I'm glad I contemplated doing these 3 more miles into Duncannon last night and then having either a full day here or hiking out and staying at kind of Outdoorsy, the hostel. But I'm glad I did that this morning because I was pretty tired last night. That would have been hard down. Luckily, hiking is like labor. You can be having the worst day and the terrain is really tough and you have like 3 more miles and you're just exhausted and you think, I can't do this, and you just want to cry. But as soon as you get there and get set up or whatever, or get into town or whatever, it's like it never happened. You just totally forget about it. So that's a big blessing in hiking. So I am headed into Duncannon. There's nothing much to see here, just the woods leading up to the climb. But I'll show you a little of the town when I get in there better. Okay, so I'm in Duncannon. This is kind of outdoorsy. It's a hostel, hangout for hiker lounge. They have resupply, hot showers. There's laundry down the way. And this is the little town of Duncannon. I stayed at the Doyle last time I was there. That was when Vicky and Tom, I think, owned it, and it was a hot mess, but it was worth the story. But now it's been bought and fancied up a bit. And this hostel's opened up, and the hostel's always better if you can do it, because they have everything you need. Whereas a hotel will work, but it's not everything that hikers need. So now I'm headed over to this red building for breakfast. And the train's going by, all these little train towns. I used to always love trains. I'd be like, they're such little train towns. And then it occurred to me, every town is a train town. New York City is a train town. Chicago is a train town. Baltimore is a train town. So that's pretty funny that I always associate it with small towns, but every town's a train town. Alright, I'm going to go eat breakfast. Talk to you later. Okay, I've just finished dinner. I had a burger at the Doyle, and I'm headed back to the hostel for the end of day 11. I'm gonna hit the trail early tomorrow we'll try to get out of here around 6. It's been a nice, restful day. I didn't do very much, so there wasn't a lot to film. I just ate and relaxed. And there were people in and out of the hostel all day, so I didn't really film in there. But it's been a nice semi-day off, mostly off. Well, I'll talk to you in the morning. Bye.